Hi, I'm Carl Hood, CIO at Save the Children. We're an international children's charity that does whatever it can to make sure that children survive, learn and protect. So what that means is we have programs that look in on the survival area, for example, on how do we eradicate deaths in under fives from diseases like pneumonia and diarrhea, etc. In terms of the learning, that's about how do we educate children. So whether they be in conflict zones, which is incredibly difficult for people to be educated in those sorts of environments, through to what we do with some of our UK programs. And then protection is protection. It's just making sure that violence against children just isn't tolerated. So what I love most about working at Save the Children is both the people and just the nature of the variety of the work that we do. At times it is unpredictable. You can't predict when an emergency is going to happen or when you need to deploy people or when you need to do something in a different space. My dream as CIO is truly about embedding technology in what we do. So if that's looking at what we do around our digital transformation, for example, and this is about creating that engagement with our supporters and giving a voice to people so that we can reach as many people as we possibly can and get the message out there. But we're moving much more towards creating that engaged experience. So that means taking the data that we might collect in the field and using that to present our story, because we don't have a physical product to sell, so it's an emotional attachment that we're trying to create. So in doing that, we can have a much more tailored conversation with individuals. So the cloud is a really important part of our technology strategy, but we are looking to use it more and more, from everything from our core back office services through to infrastructure and hosting, enabling us to be more efficient because we can predict the spend that we've got in terms of core services, what it takes to employ somebody in the organisation, but also we can work more anywhere. So we have lots of people that travel around the globe. So again, cloud-based services means we can deploy a lot quicker in remote locations or give access to systems in remote locations. So many times as a CIO you get jobs which are just about the bottom line or they're about new websites and all that sort of stuff. But we do elements of that, but what we deliver on the ground is really special as an organisation. So just being able to be part of that and the variety that brings is something that is truly very special.